YouTube friends. Carrie Knowles here, the Daydreamer. How are you? I wanted to come on and wish you all a happy new year. Welcome to 2024. I wanted to come on and talk to you tonight about manifesting and how for the past 6 years, 7 now, I have set my goals and manifested so many crazy things that I never thought was even possible 6 or 7 years ago. There's one major thing that I do every year, and I actually already started this back in October. And I have manifested traveling. I've been to, Greece twice, France twice, Poland, Scotland, London. I manifested a job photographing food in 100 restaurants around 26 US states. So I've traveled 26 United States. I manifested this incredible apartment that I'm living in and all the furniture that I'm in. I manifested a car. This has all been just in the last 6 or 7 years. I learned about manifesting, let me think. The first book that I read that I really learned about how to change your life and manifesting and basically personal development was The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. I think that was the book that pretty much put me on a whole different trajectory. I also came across my mentor, Heidi Hope, who has done manifesting programs and photography courses. I'll link her information below because I am an affiliate with her. I probably ran into her like 8 years ago, and then she had some of this information on her platforms, and she recommended the book The Big Leap. So that was the first book that I read that really got me into the personal development world, and I quickly started making all of these changes. I was a single mom. I was raising 3 boys. I was divorced. I was living in government housing. I was on food stamps. The whole thing. I did not even have a car at that time. I did not even know that manifesting was a thing, that mindfulness was a thing. I was like a hot mess, you guys. So in an attempt to help others, as I was helped myself, I want to start spreading this information as well. So I want to go over the main thing I do at the beginning of the year. Now I do it in advance. Like I said, I started this in October. Now I do it before the new year to set my goals, set my intentions for the year. And then so many of them come true. It's absolutely wild. Just in 2024, the things that I manifested, you can see some of my reels. You can go on my social media platforms and see that I've done all of these things that I'm talking about. But in 2024, I manifested a new apartment, like completely in a different area, in a downtown area near the water, where I can walk to like cafes and organic markets, and which was kind of like the lifestyle that I wanted to live because I had lived out in the country most of my life. So I manifested this in like a month, you guys. I had to move from one place, and I manifested this, I think it was 45 days from the time I moved from one place and then moved in here. And it was absolutely crazy. But I've also, there's some small term goals that I like experiences and things I wanted to do, and I did them all in 2024, such as like horseback riding, paddle boarding, hiking, going to different museums and aquarium, getting different photography jobs, having the best fall season. Those are just some examples. I just wanted to show you that I have actually manifested these things. And like I said, I've traveled to Europe 6 times. I traveled around the country. I drove to the Grand Canyon. I've done some crazy things, you guys. I'll go over more of that as we go. But today I just wanted to concentrate on how to set your goals and intentions for 2024. And it's not about creating a resolution or something that you need to change about yourself. It's about basically manifesting, materializing things that bring you pleasure and that you enjoy, right? So I start this list So you can type it or write it. I type. If you prefer handwriting in a journal or notebook, you can do that. Or you can open a Google document and then type it. So I type it. I call it my 2024 blueprint is what I have in the title. Feel free to take notes. I'll maybe incorporate some pictures, or maybe I'll create a PDF or something for you guys. But for right now, I just want to get this information out there so you guys can get started. So I call it my 2024 blueprint. I have that as the title. Then I write certain things at the top of the page that resonate with me, like quotes or things I've heard from like manifesting books or videos that I personally like. So I have at the top, this says, I'm going to read this from my laptop. Ask, believe, receive, my order with the universe. I am the dreamer of my dream. I create the world I want to see. Imagination is the preview of life's coming attractions. Everything I imagine always comes true. Carrie's 2024 blueprint. Then what you want to do is then write a couple affirmations. So here's 3 affirmations I wrote for the new year. I am a free human. I vibrate at the frequencies of love and joy. I am a woman of means. My mom gave me that affirmation. I love it. Then what you want to do is make 10, a list of 10 things. So count 1, 2, so write 1 through 10, a list of 1 through 10. So in your list, you're going to have these 10 subjects. 1, joyful life. 2, romantic life. 3, and you can order these however you want. Home life. 4, work life. 5, financial life. 6, material life. 7, creative life. 8, educational life or school life. 9, travel life. 10, healthy life. So you're going to have those 10. You're going to write a paragraph after each subject. So you're going to write a paragraph of what you want under that subheading, or what feelings or what you want to feel, or what you want to manifest. So I put joyful life because for me, that's like hobbies and passions. So you can name it something else. So what brings you joy? What are you excited about to do for 2024? What do you love doing and what makes you happy? So some of the things I did in 2023 were, like I just said, horseback riding, hiking. What else did I say? I already said it. I said it before. Hiking, horseback riding. I went to New York twice. I went to Manhattan once, and I went to New York to see my kids once. I went swimming. I wanted to go swimming. And then I felt this call to be around like aquatic life, like whales or sea turtles. And I was not in the position to travel. I was finishing my bachelor's degree. So I remembered that I have a local aquarium in my area, and I manifested 2 free tickets, and then I went there. So I also went to an art museum. Just different things that you do to bring you joy, so that you're constantly doing things for yourself. Of course, for number 2, romantic life, how do you want your relationship in life to be? How do you want, what do you want that to look like? What kind of partner do you want? Do you already have a partner? Are you not getting along? Do you want to get along better? What do you want in that area of your life? And how do you want to feel in that area of your life? Home life. This could be what you want your house to look like. Who do you want to come into your house? Do you want to be hospitable? Do you need new furniture? Some of these things are going to cross over, and you'll be repeating. Who do you want to live with? Just what do you want in your home environment? Do you want pets? Do you want to live in an apartment? Do you want to live in a house? Like I said, I moved from the country to the city area. It's not city like Manhattan, but it's a downtown area, like a waterfront area. Because I wanted a different lifestyle. So what lifestyle do you want? What is your home life? And like I said, you could change the name of it. You could put lifestyle. Number 3, work life. This could be, you could say career, you could say vocation. What do you want to do to make money? Where do you want your money to come from? What kind of jobs do you want to do? Who do you want to work with? What position do you want to have? What kind of work do you want to do? Financial life. Like I said, some of these will cross over. Obviously, your work life is always going to lead into your financial life. But how much money do you want to make? How much money do you want to spend? What do you want to spend it on? What do you want to do with it? Do you want to donate anything? Do you want to invest in anything? Material life would be almost like we touched on it with home life, like furniture. I manifested for new furniture for this apartment. It's on the 3rd. I live in an apartment on the 3rd floor. I did not want to move all of my stuff. So I needed to figure out how to manifest someone delivering furniture to me, which I did. And other material possessions could be a car. A couple years ago, I manifested the exact car that I wanted. And then I drove that car around the country. Maybe you need new clothes. Maybe you need new things for your kitchen. Maybe you need athletic equipment. When I went paddle boarding, I rented the paddle boards because that's easier for me. Maybe somebody would want to buy a new paddle board, so that would be material. What are we on now? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Creative life. Okay. Well, is there anything you want to create? And this could also be under work life, but maybe your work is like in an office or corporate situation. You don't create a lot of things, but maybe you want to create something on the side. Maybe you want to create something personal, like a personal project. Creativity has a very positive effect on the brain. And the reason for setting these goals is because once your brain, the prefrontal cortex, once your brain takes in this information, it's going to start working towards these goals. Like your brain, your subconscious mind, your prefrontal cortex, the neural pathways in your brain start changing and rewiring towards a new aim, towards a new goal. And being creative, especially when you're working with your hands, like drawing, painting, writing, when you're physically doing something creatively, your mind is focusing on that, and then you're rewiring the synapses connections in your brain. You can look these things up. It's like so fascinating. About 5 or 6 years ago, when I first started getting into manifesting, I synchronistically took a drawing class at a local community college, and I started waking up in the middle of the night writing poetry. Like, that's how potent these tools are, being creative, changing your brain. I had never written a poem in my life. And since then, I've written like 30 poems. So being creative, calling in some kind of creativity in your life would be drawing, painting, sketching, writing, photography. I'm a photographer. Making videos, making reels. There's all kinds of ways to be creative. Graphic design, sewing, I'm trying to think of other ways. I'm not sure, but cooking is very creative too. 8, school life or education. What do you want to learn about? What are you interested in? What are you curious about? I'm a lifelong learner. I did just finish my bachelor's degree at 47 years old, but I don't think it's, so I don't necessarily think it's necessary to go back to get a degree. But even in between the degree, I took classes online about different things I want to learn about. And you don't have to pay money for this. You can go on YouTube and learn something for free. You can go to your local library and get a book and learn it in a book, read about it. I think just the fact of being a human being, like we are born to be curious and creative and learn and explore. And number 9, I have as travel life. You could name it something else. You don't have to be traveling to have a good life or to be manifesting. I just like traveling. Traveling can literally just be going to your local park or beach or museum. So you could just, if you're thinking about what you're curious about, what you want to learn, then you can lead into another topic about I don't know, outings or adventures or whatever you want to call it. You can make your own 10 things. But just having these goals for your brain to lean towards really helps you bring in new things, experiences. So I put travel life. And this is how I went to Europe 6 times. I traveled around the United States. This is how I got to travel with my kids while I was homeschooling them, having the goal of going somewhere and knowing where you want to go and what you want to do. If you don't have the thought or the goal to begin with, then how are you going to get there? So just putting the thoughts in your mind and then writing it down and having a decision to do it. And then all the other things kind of fall into place to make it happen. It's really kind of cool. My last one is healthy life. And again, these are not in order of importance. Maybe a healthy life is the most important thing to you. It is important to put on the list. So it's one of the 10 things because you want to have a healthy life. But what does that mean for you? Do you, instead of having a resolution, I want to lose 20 pounds or something that may not seem like feasible or realistic because you're like, oh my God, I have to give up sugar. I have to give up this. I have to give up that. But if you write it in your goals and have healthy life, what does that look like for you? Do you want to reduce your gluten intake? Do you want to hike more? Do you want to walk? Do you want to concentrate on your steps on your app or something? Do you want to, for me, I wanted to go paddleboarding. So that I consider that as a healthy activity. Swimming, I wanted to go swimming. I consider that as a healthy activity. I like eating organic foods. So I build that into my goal because it can be more costly. So how am I going to afford to shop at the organic market? What kind of, do you want to take vitamins and supplements? Do you want to see a specific doctor? Do you want to do something with your teeth? I don't know, whatever it is. I want to get a haircut, like, so things like that could be under health. And then the last thing that I usually do, and I learned this from someone on YouTube, but underneath all of those paragraphs, so when you write your paragraph, what it is you want, how it's going to make you feel, and then you want to write thank you. So who are you going to thank for this thing happening? You can thank yourself. If you're religious, you could thank God. If it's someone in your family that you think is going to be helpful towards this, you could thank them. You can thank a mentor. It doesn't really matter, just to show gratitude and speak about your goals as if they are in the present tense. Yeah, not in the future tense. So when you write these, write them as if they're in the present tense. I am going to Greece in May. I feel so relaxed and I don't know how you would feel in Greece. Adventurous. Thank you so-and-so for inspiring me to take this trip. You know what I mean? I usually say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank yourself if you want. Thank you, Carrie, for putting forth the effort to help me have a healthy body this year, right? Yeah, that's basically how I've been manifesting everything for the past 6 or 7 years. I mean, there's a lot of things I do manifesting, like I like other techniques as well. And some of them are really fun and get such cool results. But I just wanted to come on so that you can be focused on setting your goals for the new year if you haven't already. I have set mine. And what I also do is check in with them. Like, I saw one YouTuber that said they read them every day, every morning and every night. But if that's irritating, I tried it and it was irritating to me. And nothing you do to manifest or to put forth the effort in your goals should be irritating or time consuming or like seem like burdensome. I like doing it like once a month or once every other month and then check in. And then what I do is highlight everything in green that I've already accomplished. I just saw this morning that I already accomplished a couple things for 2024 because I started my list in October and it's the second day of the month. So yeah, that was fun. That was fun to see. But I went back to look at my lists over the past 6 years to see the things that I accomplished. Like getting my bachelor's degree was one that I put on there 5 years ago. And because I said I started this 6 years ago, so I put that on there 5 years ago, you guys. And I just finished it 2 weeks ago. So even though you put these goals on there for 2024, I write the year, I put 2024. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to happen in 2024, and you don't want to be frustrated if they don't. Like, I realized that I was not going to go whale watching on a boat, and I was not going to go. I did go on a boat 3 times last year, and I did want to go on a boat. But I was not going to go to like Baja, California, and Mexico to go whale watching, which is a bucket list of mine, or volunteering with sea turtles in Thailand. Like it wasn't going to happen because I was working a lot and I was going to school and I just moved. But I felt this call to be around aquatic life, so I went to an aquarium and I saw whales and sea turtles. And I even got to see a sea lion show, so it was really cool. So I got to be in that environment where I wanted to, which was the goal anyways, to be around those animals. So that's my tip for starting 2024. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to post them in the comments, or if you have any other manifesting questions or photography questions or art questions. I'm an art teacher. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.